Hi. Um, so it's been an onslaught of sirens. I'm not going to get into this anymore. I've made it clear. It went for hours and hours. I've told you that. It stopped. Thank you, Jesus. I was able to turn the music off for my fucking sanity. I presume they're white female, okay? I don't know. I don't see them. Unabashed. They don't care. They're professional terrorists here. This is the business they're in. And their meth manufacturers validate that. That's a new one they're launching and establishing from this house. Maybe the other one down the street, I keep squaring. I'm not going to say the address, just fuck it, I won't. You can read. So the rounds were going. This is the stuff that's been going on, but I'll get into all the eyewitness testimony and typing and writing it later, dude, because this is fucking the real deal. I got caught up in some sort of fucking terrorism I never thought I would ever rent a room and end up in. No, but I am. All right. This dude had that going on before I moved in here. He was a terrorist, and so was she. Um, they were pounding in the kitchen berserk, okay? To me, it seemed like a rage. I've seen it before while I was offline, not talking about them. They go into these Islamist Muslim rages here. That's how I see it. They're doing it for Allah Akbar. And this is not fucking funny. And then I heard a metal pipe go crash, crash down there. So they're raging in the kitchen with big metal pipes that crashed in floor one outside of the kitchen. This is fucking nuts here. Yes, sir. This is just another night. It's a lot better than when I was in here and couldn't come out. That was, I documented it. It was brief, but it was a while. It was serious fucking business. And they did that shit to these bros that they should never have done that to. All these people on S and whoever was helping them with that shit that I just talked about when they were banging. And anyways, I'm not doing this right now. We're not going to get all distracted, okay? So while and during the rage in the kitchen, the Allah Akbar down there, this is serious fucking business. When I say this, I mean what I'm fucking saying. Someone went out into the backyards, of course, that way this time, towards the Albanian mob. This is fucking serious. It's not funny. It's Albanian terrorists. They're really dangerous, the Albanian ones. What do you think they did in fucking Boston? Okay. And they were raging Allah Akbar. At the same time, they were raging in the kitchen out there in the dark. They're doing this in front of these special ops bros. And I don't even fucking care what you think anymore. No woman would, who's been through what every time I go out there, I see Al Qaeda pimps. He might as well have a leash on her. That's what they think of me? Well, I don't look my best because they got my skin all fucked up from trauma. That's what you think of me? Jesus has another plan for you. That's what you think of American women? I mean, I know that a lot of them slipped off the wagon. Yeah. It started with the movies and the media and our culture since the 1950s. No, hookers are not nice women. They got screws fucking loose. Ask anybody who's studied psychology. Professional sex workers have screws loose. All right, and that's where I'm going to end it because I don't want to get distracted. They're not nice women. They're not your mommy. They're not your fucking wife and your girlfriend. It's not possible. You're on another planet. That's what part of what happens at the American women here. We didn't learn not to wear certain clothes in certain places, and women just had no line. And this is all the stuff that got us. It's a whole bunch of stuff, little words that I have left. It's a whole bunch of stuff that got us to where we are now, where we're going to be left in ruins, and half our population has embraced terrorism. For whatever cause it is, that's what they're doing. That's what they're supporting, and that's where their mens rea is. And I don't need to fucking tell anyone this. I am done. I quit my job. All right. So while they were Allah Akbaring in the kitchen, it was real clear. Someone was out there raising such hell, you could hear them. You could hear them if you were standing on 15th. And you could hear them, yeah, if you were standing on the other corner. I mean, I'm very fucking serious. They were raging out there with who knows what in the dark, all of a sudden, coordinated with this house. Is always the same here. Bam, 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 these three. Tonight, there was more helicopters almost landed on the roof. Last night, there was ones that were cruising right up here. Yeah. They don't care. They do this right in front of them. Yeah, the fucking terrorists on the street are really ballsy now. Like, no one's gonna stop me, man. I'm a white terrorist or I'm an Al Qaeda. What are you, dude? I want to fucking start asking some of them, because I think this one is Allah Akbar. Something happened to her. It's probably the drugs. This one goes into fucking full-on Shiite rages. What was it the other night? Something had to do with the Middle East. I've said this ever since I moved in here. The dude that still collects mail here, that still technically lives here, who moved out, who was on the most wanted list, used to go into fucking Allah Akbar rages up there. Specifically what would set him off was when I was all over Bangladesh and some other places in the Middle East. He would start to fucking break walls in there, and it wasn't the hookers actually reconstructing the place to make the little roof escape plate. The vets are going to come in here and they're going to find all this stuff. Okay, that's why Biden, all these politicians, the cops in town won't let the actual cops come in here, because you don't have to look very hard. You don't have to even look out there. When you're there, they're just performing every night for these fucking bros right in front of the helicopters. They really think they're taking over the government. But what it is, I'm going to close with this because I put it in print, and I'll say it another time. Iran knows they don't have a caliphate. Okay? Some of these far-right white ones have realized that too. Okay? They know that. What Iran is doing, I do blame Al Qaeda for this because they have more of a revenge side to them. I blame them for the grand idea, but you're not going to really take it from me, because you got to ask somebody who has more know in this than I do, because I sit by myself with my ears plugged in music on just to keep my sanity here. But so I am personally placing blame on Al Qaeda, okay? But that's where I stand. You need to do some more research before you start to type that up as a solid source. Iran knows they lost. Now that's solid. So what they're doing is they're going to revenge every chance they get. And part of that is to make all their people here, just figure out what I mean by their people here, believe they're winning, and they're going to win, and we're winning, like Mega, what the fuck did Mega ever win? Nothing ever. But they're still winning. Right, go look at them, some of them. These types and other types, figure out who I'm talking about. It's not just the Trump people. They're going to have them shouting in the dark, with their fucking pistols and everything else they can freely buy here. roaming through Chicago after it looks like Bosnia. Still shouting in the dark. Ah! Who knows what shit, right? Revolution! To who and to what? What? Yes. You can't do this to the human. What we did here with all the doctrine, I've touched on it. I'm not doing this right now with fucking terrorists everywhere. You've made this into the human. They're insane here now, and you keep letting them buy guns. Iran knows that. They feed them drugs. They feed them this messaging. Yeah. And so when our cities look like Bosnia, we're going to have all these packs of crazed fucking Americans. And Iran knows that. It's just for vengeance. We're going to be so unstable. This unstable is not even a right word for it. I have no words anymore. That TV, when the Allah Akbar, they stop. I assume they sneak up the stairs. We'll talk about this some other day. I'm sober, witnessing every fucking minute of it, okay? I don't need to do it all in one big essay or chapter or one video. That's fucking nuts. You know what I'm living through? I don't get the impression any of you fucking care. No, not even tonight. Yet at all. I'm horrified. That TV blasting, so they're either going in or out. Or they're up there fucking who knows what, doing what. All right? It's really organized here. And these special ops folks are way better at this than me. That's why I sit in here sometimes, most of the time. I don't say anything, I'm quiet. And I don't go out unless I absolutely have to. Yeah. Yeah, today they were trying to get me to talk about them. All I got is my guidance, and my guidance was they're desperate jihadists, and a lot of the cops are, we know that. But this could be the far right too, so just lay off every word I say in these videos. You've really got to. I'm in a fucking terrorist house, you fucking idiots, for the millionth time. All right. But they're desperate jihadists, and if I would have talked about this fucking terrorist today running around the house, just doing massive shit, they would have come and tried to rush me. So I didn't, but I can now. And this is just getting old. Biden has done everything legally to entrap his own self legally. He's desperate like Trump, putting all this pressure on the DOJ and his chiefs of staff to keep him from being arrested for terrorism. Okay, this is what I mean with the counter-terrorist ops. All them people, they got the goods on all of that. As I've said, I'm in here half the time plugging my ears or have music on just to keep sane. Yeah, because what the city does during the day and night is just a break in sirens, that's all. I couldn't watch any movies here. Tonight, the sirens were just an onslaught. When the sirens go, they fucking move around on purpose in this house, start flushing, doing all kinds of shit. Look, I've been in here every minute with them, sober, witnessing it. So why don't you ask me what I've seen? You know, instead of making me make little videos and type it. This has fucking gone way too far. I wonder what the Pentagon is gonna do. And I'm not saying like, what I'm saying, okay, let me just be frank. I wonder how many buildings are going to be fucking left. Because the Pentagon knows what you civilians are all about. You're trying to set them up, kill their kids and their wives. So you can hand this country, like I've said, how many years have I said these exact words? So you can hand our country to Allah Akbar or Putin for the fucking KKK. It's good with you, dude. The only defense I give these Americans is that we, this country, this 200-year-old country, should never have told the humans this stuff that's in our doctrine that I've written about, touched on while I've been in this terrible situation. I could do better, yes. But I think I made it clear, and I'm sure other scholars know what I mean. You can't tell the human that, and then let the human arm themselves. So here we are, okay? Crazed Americans out for themselves, baby. And apparently a lot of them want to have anal sex. You need to look at that, scientists, because most men with the proper biochemistry going through them don't want to have anal sex. And I'm not putting it down on the homosexual men. Homosexual human beings have different biology, okay? Chromosomes, however they're made, right? We know that. I accept them. I'm not putting them down, so get the fuck out of here. What I'm saying is when all of a sudden a lot of your male species and your civilization start turning gay, you might want to look at that on a scientific level. Okay? My point made? All right, bye.